After putting away the Indiana Pacers in 7 games, the Oklahoma City Thunder are your 2025 NBA champions. And a major factor in that title run for OKC was Alex Caruso as a playoff riser. Going back to last summer when the Thunder traded Josh Giddey to the Bulls in exchange for AC, many people, including myself, instantly started wondering how Alex Caruso could impact this young OKC squad in the playoffs. And let's just say AC more than delivered in taking this OKC team to the next level and assisting them with winning the first championship in franchise history. During the second round of the playoffs, I asked gilgeous-alexander about Caruso and his impact on this young Thunder team playing in the postseason. Shea, a big topic of discussion for this team the last couple of years has been the youth and lack of experience. Just wanted to ask, with a guy like Caruso through these 4 games and the series before, how has he sort of filled in the gaps for you guys with sort of just elevating and going to the next level learning?
Yeah, he's a riser. He rises to the occasion. It's clear as day how special he's been to us. Just his ability to just impact the game, impact winning, and whatever it calls for. He, whether it's making shots, whether it's getting deflections, whether it's getting steals, getting stops, picking up full court, rebounding, cracking back, he does whatever it takes, and he does that at a high level. And he's the only player on this team that's won a championship. It's no coincidence. He does what it takes to win basketball games on the highest stage, and he's done so far.
Alex Caruso is a dirty work player, and to Shea's point, will do whatever the game and his team asks of him to help win games. He may not be the guy who headlines big ESPN pregame graphics or highlight packages, but if you want to win basketball games at a high level in the postseason, you're going to need guys like Alex Caruso on your team. But sometimes even just saying a guy is a winning player isn't the most tangible thing for casual fans to try to understand. I thought Chet Holmgren put it best when he said this in relation to Alex Caruso's impact.
Man, that dude's a winner. If you're going to Lifetime, that's the type of dude you pick first. You love playing with people like that. They're going to make all the right plays, all the winning plays. Some people just have it, some people don't. I don't know if you call it a skill or not, but AC got it.
And it isn't just me, his teammates, or the intangibles all hyping up Alex Caruso's increased value in the playoffs. You can see it play out in the stats as well. From the regular season to the postseason, AC saw increased numbers in points per game, going from 7.1 points per game up to 9.2, 1.6 steals to 2 steals per game, and leading the 2025 playoffs in total steals, almost doubling his free throw attempts per game, going from 0.9 to 1.7, and increasing his three-point percentage from 35.3% in the regular season up to 41.1% in the playoffs. And on top of that, AC also ranked top 10 in both win shares and VORP for the playoffs, only trailing players like Shea, Tyrese Halliburton, Nikola Jokic, Anthony Edwards, and Jalen Brunson, among other high-level to superstar talents. He also became the first player in NBA history to score 20 points in an NBA Finals game after not scoring 20 or more a single time during that year's regular season. Draymond Green was once quoted as saying they're 82-game players and they're 16-game players, in relation to the guys who rise to the occasion during the playoffs versus players who are more suited to the regular season. I asked AC about this idea and what it is about his game that seems to really shine during playoff basketball. Alex, you talked about not being able to go all out 82 games. I think it was Draymond who said one time there's 16-game players and 82-game players. Do you feel like your play style sort of leans itself or allows you to shine brighter in playoff games like this?
Yeah, it might. I don't know. I feel like I play pretty good throughout the year as well. But yeah, there is a difference in in this type of basketball, this time of year, just with the attention to detail, the level of competition. I feel like I'm one of the great competitors in this league. I might not be the top half or quarter, or whatever you want to put talent-wise, like just natural talent, but as far as competing and putting it all out there and trying to win, I'm in the elite group of that. And I'm ready to just go out there and do what it takes to win, and that's highlighted this time of year.
Alex Caruso is far from a primary ball handler or initiator, but that hasn't stopped the Thunder from finding ways to maximize his skill set as a scorer. Most of his damage putting up points comes in transition. It shouldn't be shocking or groundbreaking information for anyone who's watched this team play for more than a few minutes to say that the Thunder love to run after forcing turnovers, blocks, and defensive rebounds. As soon as an OKC player gets their hands on the ball and is ready to go in transition, Alex Caruso takes off at full speed like the family dog when the front door is left open for more than a split second. Despite his age, AC manages to still get down the court in a hurry, attacking opponents' poor transition defense.
Chet, how would you explain or describe Caruso's energy levels for a 30-year-old man?
Don't disrespect our GOAT like that, man.
The other way in which AC did most of his damage scoring at the rim was as a cutter. His basketball IQ really shows off in these spots where he can consistently find open alleyways for himself to dive into for easy points. He has great spatial awareness in terms of understanding not only where to cut, but also when to do it as well. Similar to his talent as a cutter, the Thunder also frequently weaponized AC in the dunker spot. He didn't do a ton of dunking like a traditional lob threat from that spot, but he was still incredibly effective and reliable patrolling the baseline and waiting for his teammates to dump the ball off to him around the rim. Caruso is a capable shooter from the mid-range and during the playoffs made a few of these sort of pop-a-shot floaters, but for the most part, outside of some late shot clock heaves, he didn't get into his midi very often. But I did just want to highlight this one tough bucket he had on the road in the finals and the hilarious reaction from the Pacers bench afterwards. AC in his 8-year pro career has been a solid 37% shooter from downtown, but there's been a bit of a drop-off when it comes to the playoffs. In his first 3 playoff runs, Caruso shot 30% from 3, but that all changed this time around in OKC. AC was torching the Nets by his standards this postseason, shooting 41.1% from downtown. Makes it seemed like a pleasant surprise at first for Thunder fans in round 1, became killers for opposing defenses the deeper OKC went into the playoffs. His spacing that at times felt like a luxury, ultimately when the lights were the brightest and the biggest moments, became vital to the Thunder's success during all 4 series. Guys like gilgeous-alexander, Chet Holmgren, and Jalen Williams all occupy a ton of eyes and attention from opposing defenses, which allows for AC to slide right into these spots around the arc to knock down all of these catch-and-shoot threes. There was some improv and creation from AC on his threes occasionally, with some pump fakes, pull-ups, and pass fakes all mixed in, but by and large I think sticking to the basics with catch-and-shoot looks were the shots that hurt opposing defenses the most. Speaking of improv and creation, AC also displayed those talents as a passer. Caruso's playmaking, while not elite, is still incredibly well-rounded and provides a dynamic punch off the bench for the Thunder. His basketball IQ is off the charts, and this shows up time and time again in some of these quick touch passes that put his high-level processing speed on full display. On a lot of these plays, you can see his brain working in real time, where he's almost ready to pass the ball to an open man before it even hits his hands first. During fast breaks, AC is always pushing the pace in transition, but he does it while also never hogging the ball or getting tunnel vision barreling towards the rim. He's a very willing passer and loves these hit-ahead passes to keep things moving and leverage the numbers advantages that OKC frequently generates in the open floor. Alex Caruso has been a seamless fit into the Thunder's drive and kick heavy offense. He does a great job of drawing multiple defenders or pulling a defense enough in his direction to open passing windows up around him. He's not the rim pressure threat of guys like Shea and J-Dub, but he can't be ignored barreling towards the basket, and he uses that threat to set up his teammates. The impact of Caruso's 3-point shooting also showed up with these drive and kick assists, where he would attack hard closeouts with opponents not wanting to give up open looks to him, blow by his man, and hit the Thunder's snipers waiting out around the arc. Now let's switch sides to the side of the ball where AC made his name in the NBA, on defense. Alex Caruso's hands were basically magnets for steals throughout his record-setting postseason run. AC finished the 2025 playoffs with 45 steals, which would set a new record for the most total steals during a single postseason since steals became an official stat in 1973. He also recorded the most total steals in the NBA Finals by a bench player and the second most steals in a single playoff series by a non-starter in NBA history. The only players with more steals in a single NBA Finals than Caruso had this year, regardless of starting status, were LeBron James with 18 and Isaiah Thomas with 20. The numbers are out of this world, but how did he generate this many takeaways? The answer? In about every way possible. He does a great job of reading offensive players and predicting steals ahead of time. AC thrives reading the eyes of opponents before pouncing on the ball. There are some all-world playmakers who can make any pass while looking defenders off, but by and large,
the eyes, Chico, they never lie.
He's also a real ball hawk. If you throw a lame duck up in the air or a sort of a lazy casual pass, AC more times than not is going to pick that thing right out of the air and get the Thunder's fast break offense rolling the other way. I've also compared him before to being like if you taught a raccoon how to play basketball, scratching, clawing, poking, prodding, and anything else that he can do to generate a steal. Always willing to get down and dirty, do all the little ugly work most other players don't want to get their hands messy with, fitting into tight spaces, and overall just being a total nuisance and irritant for opponents. As a shot blocker, AC is anything but traditional as a 6'5 guard, but he made his impact felt in a major way for OKC throughout the playoffs. Often he would fly in from the backside and help to erase shots before the shooter even knew what hit them. Caruso's shot blocking specialty are these what I would describe as low-down blocks, where AC denies an attempt a lot of times before it can even become a shot. Most people associate shot blocking with meeting the ball at the shooter's apex, but it also works the same way when he gets his hand on the ball early enough in the shot motion to deny any chance of a shot attempt in these spots where they're almost a half steal and half block hybrid. AC also did a good job of chipping in and impacting games for the Thunder as a rebounder. While some guys just ball watch while a possession is up for grabs, that isn't in Alex Caruso's DNA to do. If he sees a loose ball in any scenario, including a rebound, he's like Steve Rogers in the first Captain America movie, jumping on the grenade in an attempt to give his team possession. He didn't put up any just gaudy or crazy rebounding numbers, but it was more so the timely boards that he pulled down for the Thunder that stood out. He also had a ton of these really smart tap out and slap out rebounds to his teammates, which I noticed he did a ton of in the NBA Finals versus the Pacers, either on shots where he didn't think he could rein in or ones where he could redirect the ball to a teammate with an advantage. After finishing the job and winning the championship, the next logical question to ask is, what's next for Alex Caruso? A big part of what allowed AC to be so dynamic and fresh when the Thunder needed him most during the postseason was OKC's strategy and foresight during the regular season to manage his minutes. AC has dealt with a variety of bigger and smaller injuries throughout his career that kind of comes with the territory with the style in which he plays. Mark Daigneault, Sam Presti, and the team's medical staff all knew this ahead of time and planned accordingly. Caruso this season played the fewest total minutes he has since his second year in the NBA. Here's what AC had to say about trying to balance prioritizing health and his desire as a competitor to be out on the floor all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. You know, some of that is I play a pretty erratic style, you know, regardless if it's game one or if it's, you know, game two of the finals. Like, I just only have one gear. I don't know how to play at 75%. So some of that was keeping me, you know, out of my own way, you know, out of harm's way, because I don't do a good job of that on my own. And then, yeah, some of that was difficult just because I am such a competitive guy. And, you know, if I'm only playing 15 to 20 minutes and if it's one of those nights where it's 15 and we're not playing great, like, my instinct is to, like, all right, coach, like, leave me in there. Let me fix it. Let me be the one to, like, help us get out of it. So, yeah, a little difficult in that aspect. But at the same time, we won 68 games in the regular season. We had 12, 13-man rotation through the year, depending on who was hurt and, you know, different teams we played. That just comes with the nature of having a really good, deep team.
Alex Caruso's health and minute load next season will no doubt once again be a massive thing to keep an eye on throughout the Thunder's 2026 campaign. The regular season, while not easy, should take care of itself with all the talent and depth on this roster that OKC can rotate in while AC paces himself. Because just like this season, next year the Thunder are once again going to need another showing from Alex Caruso as a playoff riser as they chase a second ring. But what do you think? Would you consider Alex Caruso as a playoff riser? Where did you see him impact this Thunder team the most on their championship run? And what are you hoping to see from him the most next season? Let me know down in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel so I can keep making fun Thunder content like this for all of you, and hit that notifications bell so you never miss out on any of my future uploads. And as always, until next time, thanks for watching.